Adrian Vadim, 21-year-old musician. I've been hearing about you. Your mom is very proud of you, and I know you don't shy away from saying that she's your mom, your adopted mom, Maria Celeste Herrera, somebody that we all respect and love so much, and I know you do too, of course. I'm not putting words in your mouth, but I just
No,
say
I
it
do. I do.
to her a lot as well. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Feeling good. I'm very happy with all the support I've gotten from my music so far. So life is good. Life is good.
Great. How long have you been singing?
Okay, so since I was a kid, I enjoyed it. I had been in choir in fourth and fifth grade, but it wasn't something that I went out of my way to tell people that I was like, hey, I want to sing. My mother was actually the one who discovered my talent. I'll say to sing. I was in the shower. She passed by me and she heard what she thought was a radio, but in reality, it was me singing. She screamed over to me while I was in the shower. She said, "Turn on the radio, Adrian." And I told her, "Mom, there's no radio playing. It's just me singing to a track with no vocals in the background." It happened to be a Bieber track. So it was in that moment that she was like, "This kid has talent. Let's see what we can do with it."
I have something similar happen to me, but my mom didn't think it was a radio. She knew it was me messing up. Uh, and she's like, "Hey, we don't want it to rain today. Stop singing." And
That's it.
that's why I'm not a singer. So you have this awesome song, and you write your own music, which is really cool as well.
Well, I have help. I can't take all the credit. So.
Okay. Well, what's the case with Space? Because it's a very clever song. It's a story that became a song.
Yes. So all three songs that I co-wrote, they have to do with something that happened to me. Space in particular, like, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a relationship where you either asked that person for space or they asked you for space? Like, it doesn't even have to be the word space. Like, I need a break, for example. Has that ever happened to you?
Of course, yes.
So that happened to me with my first ever like love. And when I say first, I mean first everything. You know, this girl was my world at one point, and she was, instead of just being very straightforward with me and saying, "Look, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore," she just asked me for space. So the song kind of talks about how I dealt with it, what emotions I was feeling at that moment, and and yeah.
Well, the world has asked us all for space during
Oh,
this
right
time,
now.
right? So it's very relatable, the song right now as well. So what do you want to accomplish with your music? Where do you see yourself in the future?
Well, in a year from now, if we have a vaccine, we're allowed to go out and stuff, and it's recommended by the government, I would love to do concerts. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, what happens when you become famous?" And all that. I don't do this for the fame. I do this more because for me, when I sing, it's a disconnect. It's kind of like a therapy. I don't have to worry about what quiz I have next in college or what my brother was asking me that I couldn't help him with. It's a way of me to just chill. And I feel that if I can connect with people with my music, then I'm doing something right. Even if I just reach one person, and even if that one person is my mom. The fame and the money, that comes afterwards, and it's all welcomed, but it's not the reason why I do it.
You mentioned your mom, and if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about that and
Of course.
shy away from saying, who your mother is. That again, we all love dearly,
Mhm.
we respect a lot. And
Thank you.
even more so how you came into her life. It's not an easy decision to adopt someone, and a lot of people
Yes.
don't know your story, which is a beautiful one. So you were born in Russia, and your mom adopted you. So that makes you Russian, Puerto Rican, Cuban. You have a bunch of different uh, awesome
Cultures, yeah.
cultures running through your blood.
I do. I'm Russian mainly because I was born there. I personally don't see myself as Russian. Just besides the fact that I was born in the country, I've gone back and I visited for the World Cup. I loved it. The people are very like strong emotionally, but once you get to know them, they open up a little more. I'm Puerto Rican because was raised speaking Spanish. I love the food. I mean, I've been going to Puerto Rico since I was a kid. After my adoption, obviously, since I was 4 or 5 years old. And I'm Cuban because of my father. Have a little bit of the culture. Me gusta los cortaditos, all that. And American because I was raised in Miami, so I do have a sense of American.
Do,
And
do you speak Russian?
niet, which means no, I don't. When I
Right.
went,
Tell me
well,
that. It's how is it?
Niet.
All right, so niet means no. Thank you. That's the first Russian word I've ever.
And da means yes. You know, a week, 2 weeks in Moscow, that's all I learned. No and yes, which is very important because when you go and they're saying you something, most of the time I would respond niet, because I don't know what you're saying.
I'd
So
say that.
it was very helpful.
And I thank you for that because normally the first words that you learn in a foreign language are normally the bad ones. So thank you for not teaching me bad words, teaching me the yes.
Yeah, I don't even know the bad words. No one taught me that.
Do you curse a lot, or you the type of guy that doesn't curse? You control your
Depends
anger.
on it depends who I'm with, to be honest with you. Like with my friends, I'll throw in the occasional curse word just to emphasize a point. But I don't really, I don't have a sailor's mouth. You know, I try to be very like respectful of people. It doesn't always go that way. Some people will take a joke that you say the wrong way, and it just happens. So
Who inspires you musically?
I think there's a lot of people in the Spanish side. I'd say Maluma, Ozuna, Luis Fonsi. But like the reason why there was a point in time which I told my mom, like, you know, I've been doing these classes, Mom, but I really think that I have a shot at becoming a singer. It would be the Bieber. I think that he's not just a singer, but a musician. You know, the guy's, he knows how to play guitar, piano. He's got almost everything going for him. And I've been a fan of his music for a while. He's, you know, a big influence on me.
Adrian, I've enjoyed talking to you. Let everybody know your social media, where they can find you and your music.
Of course. So my Instagram is Adrian Vadim. And then there's a link on the bio that you can click to learn more about the music and stuff. It's already out, actually, on all digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, anything you can think of. So,
Adrian, all the best. Adrian, you like Adrian, English Adrian, and Espanol Adrian? Or is it one and the same, or no? Like, I'm
honestly, like
Spanish, and for everyone else to speak English, they normally call Enriquez Henry, or Henry's or Enrique.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. So, I don't know, like maybe if we speak Spanish, it's Adrian, but in English it's Adrian because it'd be easier. I would never make someone who doesn't speak another language try and pronounce my name in a different way. So.
Adrian, nice meeting you. All the best. And we'll be seeing more of each other, man.
Thank you so much for your time, man.
Congratulations on your success and your great music. All the best to you.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Cuídate.